Do you look ahead for matchups like that, or is that just something when a game comes along you know that you might be called upon?
Well, there's certain games that best match up to my skill set, as you said, and there's some that not. So, but regardless, I still have to be ready. You know, you never know when a guy goes down or something's not working. Coach is looking for answers. So I had a pretty good. I knew there was a high possibility that I'll go in last night, and I was ready. But I've been ready the whole season, so I got to get ready tomorrow.
You've been on many teams with hot starts like this before?
I've been on a couple. Not Houston days, not Sacramento days. My 6 years in Houston, we probably had three or four good years of hot starts. So.
Surprise you at all the start you
No,
guys are off to?
Not at all. To be honest with you, I feel like maybe Chicago game, but the Miami game we could have won. We was right there, missed some open threes and some free throws. But or we can even say if we don't have a bad third quarter, we can be undefeated. But we'll take it for what it is and try to get better.
What's the hardest part about sustaining it as the season goes on, as the schedule gets tougher?
Well, we ain't really hit the dog days of the season yet. You know, in December and January is where it hits you. And but we have a great group of veterans. We have a great group of guys who knows how to be professionals. And if we slip up, we hold each other accountable. And that's very important in this locker room.
Does that professionalism help when you've been home for so long? No one got stale. You played 7 in a row at home, probably the longest homestand of your career.
Yeah, one of the longest
How do you
homestands.
survive that? Because it's got to get monotonous.
You know, you just stay focused, man. You stay focused. You understand that it's a marathon. You understand that we're playing for something bigger than a 7-game homestand. And you got to win these games at home. You know, you got to protect home. And due to the fact that we've been, you know, lucky enough to have a 7-game homestand here in November, December we out there on that road, and you know we gonna need each other. So
And piling up the wins now is significant.
very significant because it gives you that margin of error of when you do hit those dog days of December and January.
Coach is saying that even though the vets on the team, you, Landry, don't need to be micromanaged, it's important for him to make sure that you guys feel appreciated for the work that you do. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I do. Even though the playing time hasn't been there, you know, I'm just as involved as DeMar and the scouts. I'm just as involved with Kyle in the pregame planning. So, you know, they ask me for my opinion, I give it, and if I see something, I'll make a recommendation.
You know, people talk about the professionalism, but is it difficult at times for you to kind of muster it up? Because everybody wants to play, and when you're not playing, sometimes you kind of lose focus.
Yeah, I mean, we're all competitors. Everybody wants to get in there into the battle and play. I mean, it's been our human nature since we started playing sports. But I'm 10 years in, man. I'm undrafted, I'm undersized. I have nothing to complain about.
Is it fun for you to get to see younger guys come along, like to see JV's growth or see the guys that you're recruiting?
Yeah, I just like to talk trash to JV. You know, you know, last night he almost got dunked on twice, so I'm gonna give him a hard time about it. Yeah, plus it was a Kentucky guy that caught him, so I had to give him a hard time.
Well, some of the ways that you are successful, the tricks of the trade, your veteran savvy, using what you have, how do you pass that on to a guy like Jonas who might not be built like you, doesn't have the experience, but could definitely use some of the things that you're using to be successful?
Man, one thing my big brothers, Joanne Howard and Dikembe Mutombo, taught me is do what you do best. You know, I came into this game with a very particular skill set, and I'm gonna craft it. Everything else, you work on your weaknesses just to touch up on it, but you craft your strengths. And the best thing I can tell JV, man, is his preparation. Learn from it. You know, I didn't become a good defender just by luck, man. You know, I had to work at this. And his 3rd year in the league, he shouldn't be a lockdown defender because he's still learning. So it'll come, and it just comes from experience. Next time we go to Memphis, he'll know. Next time we go to Chicago, he'll know.